Hey y'all, I'm Izzy Frank and I'm with the Seeds to Success Louisiana Farm to School program. Welcome back to our video series, Sustainable School and Home Gardening. In this video, we'll walk you through the steps of planting your garden through direct seeding. Generally, there are two ways to plant a garden: direct seeding and transplanting. Direct seeding is when you sow seeds directly into the garden and the seeds grow right there in that spot. Crops that should be direct seeded are root crops, such as carrots, beets, turnips, and radishes. There are other crops that can be direct seeded, but it's up to the grower whether they want to direct seed them or plant them as transplants in their garden. In my personal practice, I prefer to transplant as much as I can because I don't want to go back and thin my direct seeded crops. This crop is carrots. When deciding how much to thin, one must decide how big you want your harvested crop to be. We like our carrots to be at least an inch in diameter when harvested, so that means I'm going to take out all these seedlings just to keep one in this spot. To make room for this carrot, I'm going to take out all these others and being very careful not to disturb the one that I want to keep. Very carefully pull the weeds out, and now this carrot has an inch to grow. When thinning, make sure the sprouts being left in place are the biggest, healthiest looking sprouts out of the sowing. Once your line of seedlings looks like this, then they are ready to grow up and you've successfully direct seeded your crop. To me, this is a lot of work and can be a waste of seed, so I prefer to transplant any crops that aren't root crops. General recommendations for plant spacing can be found on our website. Just go to the Seeding Louisiana tab, then Seeds to Sow, and select the species you wish to learn about. Now that we've gone over why and what we direct seed, let's go over how to direct seed. First, we make sure our sowing surface is smoothed even and no large rocks or debris. Then we're going to mark the lines or spots where we're going to sow. Be careful about sowing depth and spacing. I've got this paper here with a ruler and some radish seeds to kind of demonstrate what it should look like. One must consider seed size in order to determine sowing depth. The general rule of thumb is to sow as deep as 1 to 2 times the width of your seed. Most seeds are small enough that we can sow them directly on top of the soil and then cover with loose, dry soil. Next, we water in. The first few times you water these seeds, water gently to make sure you don't wash the seeds everywhere. You may need to water more than once a day, as maintaining consistent soil moisture is key to an even germination. Keep in mind that it could take more than a week for certain seeds to germinate. And there you have it, folks. We hope this video helped you with direct seeding your garden. Thanks for watching, and join us for our next video on garden maintenance.